Hey, welcome to Flight Test. I'm Alex, and this is Josh.
Hi.
And today we have a very special event to talk about.
Yeah, we don't do recaps for every single event that we go to, but this one's really near and dear to us, and we go every year, actually before Flight Test even existed.
And I think it's been going on for about 11 years, 10 years, something like that.
Something like that.
But it's the Horizon Indoor event, formerly known as JR Indoor event.
Yes.
And it's down in Columbus, Ohio at the Four Seasons
Golf Center.
Golf Center. It's a big, giant dome.
Josh Scott calls it, it's God's pillow.
It's a really special event. It's got a really cool atmosphere, pretty laid back most of the time, and it's kid friendly. Lots of families and friends there.
There's a lot of indoor planes of all different types. It's not just foam airplanes. There's build-ups, there's scale. A lot of people put a lot of heart into these things too. And it's been going on for many years, and it's something neat about flying in a big dome.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is there is no pilot stations.
No.
There's a pilot line, so you just walk up, and there could be 50 people flying at once.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a combat all weekend, but yeah, you're not supposed to hit each other, but sometimes you do.
One of the biggest things is don't bring anything there that you're not willing to lose.
Yes.
We actually went down on Friday afternoon, we arrived, and this time we brought product down, and Laser Toys, thank you so much. They actually were the ones that were kind enough to give us half of their store area to allow us to set up our kits and our shirts, and as a matter of fact, our new hoodies.
The ladies did awesome. Jen and Lindsay, they were really kicking butt, getting everything organized, setting everything up, and because it was crazy.
They worked their tails off. From the moment we got there, it was absolutely mayhem.
Yeah, but we had a good time meeting everybody. If you guys are at the event, thank you so much for coming.
And matter of fact, Lee Kackner and his wonderful family came along too, and you guys don't get to see Lee very much, but he's heads up FT Connections, which is going to be coming out very shortly, and there's going to be a lot in our podcasts and stuff in the near future talking about that, but he brought his wonderful family down. His oldest daughter, Haley, is actually a pretty good pilot.
And your brother and his son were there too?
Yeah.
Love hanging out with Jim every time. He's always such a big help. We also brought Peter.
Yeah.
And now Peter is like a kid on Christmas. This is his favorite event of all time. This is like his home turf event.
But he had all his crazy, wonderful airplanes. He met his family down there. His brother Steven's amazing, and his best friend. What's your best friend's name?
Sam.
Sam. So Steven and Sam came down and hung out with us, and Peter was flying nonstop.
Yeah, Peter brought all of his projects down. So we had the Circle plane, we had all of his cargo planes, the VTOL, we had the carrier.
Yep. Well, that Circle plane was hysterical too. People were trying to go through it, but they ended up hanging up on his tail. So here's Peter, and there's all these people swarming around him trying to get through. And next thing you know, a 3D plane's hanging on his tail, and Bernie's, it's so hard to understand him, but he's talking, there's someone hanging on your tail, and Peter's just moping around with the Circle plane. And
it's funny how it's almost as soon as that plane went in the air, everybody knew what to do.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to fly through that circle.
We've gotten numerous requests, and the Circle plane will be back next year. Everyone says bring it back every year and improve upon it.
Yeah, I think every good flying event should have a Circle plane.
Absolutely.
But he was also flying his VTOL, which was pretty cool because that was the first time I've gotten to see it fly where there's no wind.
Yeah.
Because the wind knocks it around quite a bit, especially if you're flying outside. But in here, it was just dead calm. And he was actually doing, he was in hover mode.
Yeah.
And he would do a flip into a dive and then recover with the lift of the wings.
By gliding.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Pretty cool. And look for that. That's going to be coming out. We're going to be doing the release and the review on that probably later after Christmas.
Yeah, we're going to do the cargo plane first, and then down the road, we're hoping to release the VTOL
kit
mechanism.
You got it.
So keep an eye out for that. We also got to spend time with Peter's family and his brother.
Beautiful family.
Yeah, and his brother.
They are so entertaining.
Yeah, his brother actually brought down his flying destroyer to go with Peter's aircraft carrier.
It flew good. It actually, I think, flew more stable and had more power than the carrier, right?
Yeah, well, it was a lot smaller too, but it was so funny to see him in the air, and people were loving the carrier. Like I said, we're going to be doing an episode on that in the future. If you guys have any ideas on what you'd like to see us do with that carrier, let us know because we're open to everything.
It's going to be a fun episode, needless to say.
Speaking of his brother, him and his brother actually took the spacewalkers. They tied the wings together so they were flying in the opposite direction.
Like a whirligig.
Like a whirligig or a helicopter. It was pretty crazy. But then after that, Peter actually won an award.
Yeah, and it was for his Thai airliner.
Yeah, which I didn't see. I thought he would have won an award for the aircraft carrier.
No.
But he had a little profile
I'm not sure if I like
airliner.
the aircraft carrier even being there. It would just kind of lumber out there and everyone go nuts over it and stuff and kind of
cause chaos.
Cause a little bit of chaos.
Sorry, everybody. And at the top of the dome, way up at the top, there's a target.
Yes.
And Bernie, the announcer, he's a funny guy. Every now and then he'll come on the announcement and be like, first one to hit that target gets a prize.
Yes.
And Peter was actually cheating. He was using his 3D cargo plane.
Yeah.
And he had it in a hover and he went right up and he was just like sitting on it. Looked like one of those algae eater fish on the side of a fish.
Sucking away at
He's
that
just
target.
like sitting on it. So that was pretty cool. And the other cool thing is they have Spectrum Lake, which has been a staple there for about, I think they said this is the 10th year that they have Spectrum Lake.
It's like a 4-inch deep, 100-foot by 25-foot wide pond. And they put that up there. They're using PVC pipe and a tarp.
Yeah.
And sometimes it springs a leak, but this year it didn't, thank goodness. And people will use that and land. They'll actually have an amphibian time. They call it Splash and Dash, where people do touch and go.
Only float planes flying for like 15 minutes. So it's a lot of fun.
It's something that just tempts you to get closer and closer and closer to it. But it was really entertaining.
Yeah. And one thing, especially you and I, we were flying over the weekend. And it's funny because last year we had the old Fogey and the old Speedster.
Yes.
And this year we brought the Mini. So we had a mini Speedster and then the Mini Scout. I was flying a Scout nonstop.
Yeah.
And you were flying the Mini Speedster. So
and we were tossing the controls in all different people's hands. And all in all, it was a really amazing event. The one nice thing about indoor events is you don't have to worry about the weather. You know what you're going to get when you arrive there. So you don't have to be, concerned is it going to be windy, is it going to be sunny, cold. You just prepare for the environment.
All in all, it's an amazing event. It's one of our favorites personally. Yeah. So if you're ever in the northeastern Ohio area or central Ohio, make sure you stop by the Horizon Indoor event.
And speaking of events, we're going to be posting on our website all the different events that we're going to be going to. That way you guys know where we're going to be arriving. We really want to meet you, share some memories, build a plane possibly with you, and have a lot of fun with you. So look at our website, flitetest.com, and check out those events. And that way, because a lot of people say that we're coming, and we're not coming. And we don't want to have you go to an event anticipating to meet us that we're not there at.
So we want to thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for your support. We literally wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. If you haven't subscribed already on YouTube, make sure you do so. We do new episodes every Monday and Wednesday.
Yep. And let us know what future content and also some future locations you'd like to see us go to.
Yep. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.
See you next time.